Mhm. Hey everyone, this is Carla. Welcome to an all new episode of Projectized, the project management show. And I'm going to do a series of two project management terms that often get confused, but I feel that if you decide to work in project management or pursue the PMP or CAPM, you need to know the two. So thank you for joining Strategy Queen. But today, this is live. So I'm on LinkedIn, not LinkedIn, I'm on Twitter Live, Periscope, Instagram Live, and YouTube Live. So the two terms I'm going to discuss today are progressive elaboration versus rolling wave planning. And those two terms will trip you up if you do decide to pursue the CAPM, PMP, or just service project manager in general. So, according to the project management body of knowledge, which we call PMBOK, in the schedule management knowledge area, it's 6.2.2.3, rolling wave planning. And I'm using the 6th edition, which is the most current one. Rolling wave planning is an iterative planning technique in which the work to be accomplished in the near term is planned in detail while the work further in the future is planned at a higher level. It is a form of progressive elaboration applicable to work packages, planning packages, and release planning when using the agile or waterfall approach. And the reason why I read the formal definition is because oftentimes people either think one or two things. One, that rolling wave planning and progressive elaboration are the same thing, or two, that progressive elaboration is a part of rolling wave planning, which is not the case because I just read the definition. So at the higher level, progressive elaboration is the overall technique of when you have five domains. So you have the initiating, planning, executing, monitoring, controlling, and then you have closing. So progressive elaboration is overall. And you progressively elaborate throughout all of the domains when you go from initiating all throughout the project. And what it is it's like continuous improvement. So in total quality management or Lean Six Sigma, you have continuous improvement. Well, the project management version of continuous improvement is progressive elaboration. Rolling wave planning is a subset or a technique. It's a progressive elaborative technique, and it deals with specific types of planning. But you can progressively elaborate anything outside of planning, uh, just as soon as the further along you go. So you should have more information in planning than you do in initiating, more information in executing than you have in planning, more information and knowledge in monitoring and controlling than you do executing, and more knowledge in closing than you do monitoring and controlling. That's progressive elaboration, which is different than rolling wave planning. So remember, rolling wave planning is exclusively for planning, as I mentioned in the definition. I'll read it again so that you can have a better understanding. And it comes out of the project management body of knowledge. And it's an iterative planning technique in which the work to be accomplished in the near term is planned in detail, while work further in the future is planned at a higher level. It is a form of progressive elaboration applicable to work packages, planning packages, and release planning when using the agile or waterfall approach. So, if you do decide to sit for the project management professional or CAPM exam, you have to know that progressive elaboration is the overarching thing. It's the project management version of continuous improvement, and rolling wave planning is a subset, or it derives from progressive elaboration, and it's a certain technique that's done on specific work. So I wanted to use this series that I'm running about two different things that people really don't know about but can be confusing. And in the next episode, I'm going to do precision versus accuracy because that's a big one. And then in another episode, I will deal with grade versus quality versus grade, because people confuse those two also. So this concludes this episode of Projectized. I would like to thank Strategy Queen from Instagram Live for watching me live. I would also like to thank all the other live viewers that are on Periscope, YouTube Live, and Instagram Live. As you know, Projectized comes on Mondays through Fridays, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on these three live stream networks. You can get in touch with me and watch me on carlarjenkins.com, my website. That's my universal social media handle. And finally, if you do need help in passing the project management professional, you can get in touch with me at carlarjenkins.com/PM strategy. So I'll put that in the description so that people can learn about it. I would like to thank everyone for taking out the time to watch me, regardless of network.